Hello everyone and welcome back to game 2 of the semifinals. This is Shweirzeit versus Nuri. Shweirzeit lost a very close first game in the black base effectively mirror match. The decks are not identical. But they're pretty close. And I'm gonna turn on the stream so people can see now. Yeah. Yep. Basically Schwartz had a choice and he at one point he had to choose if he wanted to maintain board position or just try to kill the opponent, and he chose to try to kill Nuri, and he ended up just 2 damage short, which is very close. And turn 1 Hound, yeah, Rotten Hound is so good on turn 1, except when you play against white, because then they have the, I believe, Sylph, and they have the 1-2 that heals itself, that white decks randomly play. And it can be really punishing if you get that. If you play Rotten Hound and then they play one of those guys, since they basically get to get it for free. Yes, Cleric. That's the one I was looking for. And we're having a slight problem with the Skype call, so we're waiting for everyone to reconnect. Looks good. Hello, welcome back. Yeah. So I was saying, playing black, turn 1 Hound is really good unless your opponent answers with a Cleric. And then you're in a very tough spot where you don't want to give away the Hound for free, but at the same time your Pale Blue Moon can't really deal with the Cleric since he's just gonna get so much HP. Well, no, if you play a Hound, he plays a Cleric in attack zone, he can kill the Hound for free. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, turn 1 Hound is really good in all the matchups except against the self-healing creatures white. Yeah, no, it's not, but like turn 1, you'd I've had games where I'm like, well, I think I'm playing against the self-healing white, so I'm not gonna play turn 1 Hound. And at this point, dual casting or Desire for Mind would be pretty nice for Schwartz. Yeah, or both players actually. Oh yeah, because I'm thinking of Mind's Desire, which, like, that's the problem. They name cards somewhat like similarly to magic cards. Same thing as Forest of Survival is a throwback to Survival of the Fittest, which, yeah. So, like, the names are slightly different, but they're similar in what they do, and they have a name that's somewhat similar to magic cards. So I get thrown off by that if I'm not careful. And yeah, Desire for Wish. Yep. Well, the thing about mana zoning is that if you have a good play and you mana zone to do it, your opponent is forced to mana zone to answer it. So my question, yeah. Well, you play a Pale Blue Moon. I mana zone turn 4, I play Necromancer. Now you have to mana zone and play something to answer that Necromancer, or I'm just gonna kill your Pale Blue Moon. Or I mean, mana zone and pass to flip it. Yeah. That's an interesting choice. Very aggressively making sure that that Pale Blue Moon is not gonna be around to cause trouble. Yeah, on the one hand, you don't want to use it early, but the flip side of that is that if you don't have anything good to do, then it's better than just not playing anything or playing something really bad. Yeah, like if the longer you wait, the more chance you have of finding a perfect target, but killing a bad target early game has more value sometimes than killing a good target slightly later on. Yeah, which I'm guessing was not good since he mulliganed it. Yep. I actually the playing black. Yes, I am. Sorry. Playing black. I don't have a problem with the looter because you play a pale blue moon and it's gonna block it until forever, and when it dies, it's gonna turn it into a 0-2. Uh, the the thing is, this game is so consistent between all the mulligans and I mean, if you don't have Pale Blue Moon, you probably have Necromancer, which you are gonna often play on defense. No, I mean like if you don't have it in that particular game, but if you run 4 off a card, the chance of you seeing it by turn 3 with even one mulligan is ridiculously high. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But for the normal games, so he has a couple of choices to make. If he has some kind of like removal, he can try to kill off the attackers. He can leave off Party of the Dead if he has that, or at least threaten that. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, this makes party fair because if you're spending like the thing that really makes party unfair is when you leave mana up to do other stuff. Here he's not really threatening anything. He already uses hero skill. Hmm. Unless he has a useful turret. I don't agree with that attack actually. I would have used I would trade I would trade off the bird for the necromancer. Well actually no. He has the mana up to use the necromancer skill, so yeah, if you attack the necromancer, so he's trying to use the necromancer to kill off the fallen angel, I guess. But then he can't play party. I'm not even sure which one is better. Yeah, probably. Yeah, at 7 mana, he should have another play available to him. Yep, I know. I love that card. It's so good against green. It's reasonable in like the blue matchup. It usually gives you value against black. No, I guess it depends how your curve looks like. Yeah, like it's effectively a 3-5 when it's fighting creatures because most creatures don't have 4 AP to kill it in one hit, and the moment you have to use two creatures, it's a 3-5. It is. Yeah, but yeah. Well, would you block in this spot? That's an interesting question. But if he blocks the under two and then gets dual casted, then he's completely out of the game, pretty much. I guess. Well, the thing is, so his if this way at least one necromancer survives, and then he can use that necromancer to kill one of the fallen angels, which guarantees that he gets to kill the Doom Hound. Since you can just kill the angel blocking it, and like in response to the block, and the damage is gonna go through. Ooh, a straight up Doom Hound. You don't see that very often. I mean Skull Hound. Wait, I think it was called Doom Hound before. Yeah. Yeah, it used to be called something else, but I also remember it being a Doom Hound. Zero damage. No, zero damage. He kills the two Skull Hounds, reduces one guy to 0 AP, and trades off for the last one. Yeah, and that means the opponent is not actually. Yeah, so he's stable on the board, and Nuri has initiative, but look at the number of cards in hand. So if he plays something like Pale Blue Moon this turn, did he mana zone? I missed that. No, so he can mana zone play a 3 drop, or he can shard zone play a 2 drop if he has that. Okay, so he's playing a Pale Blue Moon. Does he have a shard? Doesn't look like it. I mean, so now he's stabilized at 6 life, which is reasonable. Yeah, he has. He basically is ahead on the board. They both have a turret. He lost his hero skill, and his hero is on less HP, but he has effectively 2 extra cards in hand. Of course, Nudi is just gonna start playing 3 power guys non-stop, but if he can survive that without losing too many cards, he's gonna come out ahead. Like even yeah, well even the necromancy is gonna be enough. I think. What's his top card? Ghoul. So no. Okay. So he plays so now Nuri has to make the choice. So does he wanna try to finish him off, or does he wanna guarantee that the 5-3? Yeah, and the doppelganger. Yep. Yep. And the CE Lord of Darkness too. Yeah. So well, with the new CE exchange, I've noticed a lot of people who play a lot have a lot of CE cards these days because okay, so the question is, does he block with the pale blue moon? Okay, so we might get a chance to see. I have to agree, but his opponent is playing necromancy. But he's at 16 life, so I don't think he's gonna use what do you call it, necromancy just to deal 5 damage. Yeah. So Shweirzeit is definitely ahead on the board. Okay, I don't agree with that play. I would just kill the 3-1. Yeah, and just play it safe. You're ahead on the board, you're an equal number of cards in hand. You have a like 2 damage is not worth losing a pale blue moon at this point. Yeah, I mean it's gonna trade with the murderer, but that's really not what you wanna be doing. The whole point of pale blue moon is that late game they can just do so much. The trade-off, of course, is that what's contract with the devil. See, yeah. So that's another thing about leaving like random bodies lying around for black and not killing them off, especially now with the greedy evil killing off. It's kind of like green where you don't want them having 0-1s and 0-2s randomly. Yep. Yeah. Well, here they're not gonna get pumped, but they have enough ways to sacrifice them. Yeah. See, if he had a Bloody Moon here, he would be in a much better spot. I'm not sure why he. Who, Nuri? Well, no, I'm talking about Schwarzeit. If he killed the Doomhound and had a Bloody Moon, he would be in a much better spot. My question is, why did Nuri play the guy in defense zone? I guess he scared of scared of necromancy hit. Well, well, the thing is, if he plays it in attack zone, he's threatening to start killing off all his two power guys, and he has enough HP where they're not a threat to him yet. And if yeah, and I mean if the opponent is gonna be playing necromancy on Agres, it doesn't matter where you play it, attack or defense. So, so it should have yeah. I mean it didn't. Why is he sacrificing the 2-3? Yeah, I think he misclicked. Yeah, because necromancy you can use it on exhausted cards. So really no idea why he made this choice, but yep. And I mean he's ahead this game, but he's not that far ahead. 4H he effectively well the thing is he has 4 HP for he is down 4 HP and he is up effectively 2-1, which is really not that amazing. Yep. Okay, so yeah. But yeah, like he's probably just gonna suicide unless he's gonna go. Okay, no. So yeah, I was saying unless he decides to go like balls deep and try to kill him, but I don't think I think he's losing that race very handily. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't look I mean, he might have a 4 drop in his hand, but if he doesn't have anything to play this turn, then he might have. Okay, so he has a hound, but I guess it's not gonna flip. I was saying like mana zoning might have been the better option if it allowed him to play something else. Or yeah, yeah, or even a party of that with a lot of parties. Well, Lord of Darkness, yeah, he could have played anyways. Lord of the yeah. I guess he played the Hound this turn because he's planning to flip it and play a party, but he has 11 mana, so it's not like it's so hard to leave 5 mana up. Well, he doesn't have a lot of time to do it. So, if you're yeah, so if you're Schwartz right now, do you play something in defense or do you play something in offense? If you have to make a choice. Yep. And he seems to agree. So he's playing in defense. Does he have a second play? Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a bit too extreme. Okay, so okay, that's what I was gonna say. If the guy has two parties, he's dead anyways. If he only has one party, then one guy in defense is enough. So, okay, so he's at 7 HP, and he can block 3. Actually, he survives this. His guy gives him 1 HP. Okay, never mind. And he top decks the win. Yeah, but like he would actually survive the second because I forgot that second head has Bloodthirst, so it would have put him to 1 HP. Ah, no, with hero skill. 3 blockers, he blocks 3 guys, 2 guys plus hero skill is 6. He would have been at 7 HP. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Probably, most likely. Oh.